My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for The Iron Claw. And I knew nothing about this movie. Like, I never saw a trailer for it, and I don't follow wrestling, so I don't know the true story behind it. So, I went into this movie as cold as possible, and I do not think it's a good movie, which is a very unpopular opinion because everybody seems to love it, but this movie just missed where it needed to hit. But let's begin talking about the performances, and I've heard people say that this is Zac Efron's best work. It's still Neighbors. He's fantastic in that movie. He's fine here. I just don't think it's anything special. Jeremy Allen White, I think, does a good job as well. Harris Dickinson, I think it's a very unfortunate name. He does a good job. Stanley Simmons, I think, does a good job. Maura Tierney, I think, is fine. And Lily James is just a delight whenever she's on screen. So the majority of the cast does a good job. But the standout performance to me was Hort McCallany. I thought this guy was fantastic. He just owned the screen anytime he was there. He just had this presence to him, and he sells you on everything he needed to. And I was really impressed by his work. I also think this movie is well shot, and the first half of this movie had me. I was just like, okay, this seems to be a good story about family and wrestling, and I got everything it was trying to say, but then we get into the second half, where lots of sad things start happening, which caught me by surprise, because I thought there might just be one sad thing that happens, but no, it's a lot more, and look, I know everybody's calling this movie heartbreaking and emotional, and I just gotta be honest, I thought this movie was just an empty experience. You're just witnessing these terrible things happening, and it just had zero punch to it. The execution is as off as it could have been. And it just didn't affect me, unfortunately. I would have loved to leave this movie feeling moved and in tears, but never happened. And I cry all the time in movies, and if you don't get me, it means you did something wrong. And it's a real shame because this is a true story, and it is tragic what happened, but I'm talking about the movie. I feel like the movie just missed. The second half also has dreadful pacing. It just drags and drags. I also feel like it started to feel repetitive. I get what the movie is saying, but you move it along a bit? I think the movie actually also has some cringy dialogue, especially at the very end. And another thing is that when I look back at the rest of the movie, I just don't think these characters are that interesting. I understand them, but they're just not interesting enough to keep a movie of this length going. So yeah, you've got yourself some good performances. It's well shot, and I do feel like there's a real tragic story here. And the first half had me, but I just think in the more important moments, this movie just didn't do it for me. I thought it was a very empty, dragged out experience, and by the end, I was just like, I'm never going to watch or think about this movie again, so I'm giving The Iron Claw a 4 out of 10. And it's a very misleading title because I kept expecting Robert Downey Jr. to show up. But anyways, have you seen The Iron Claw? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.